Alright, so I thought I might as well give myself a little bit of a reboot for this series, I guess you could say. So we are starting anew with a giant package that I have here. This is for an item, and you know, I've got my essentials here. I got a rusty X-Acto knife, and that's pretty much it. So I guess I might as well get this box up and here. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it down here because it is very big. So I'll just cut it up. Wait a second. I'll show you how big this box actually is, because I just want you to show what I'm working with here and why I can't kind of put it on my lap. Here we are. It's a pretty big box. I mean, not the biggest box, but you know, still pretty big. So let us open this ginormous box, and we will get done with this. This is actually not taking too long, which is good. There we go. So the box is open now. A lot of packing material and such in here. Look at all this junk. And here we have our item. And yeah. What is it? What is it? If you're reading the title of the video, you already know what it is. The Midnight Countess from Gemmy, sold at Spirit Halloween in 2009. This is my second one. The first one I got and sold it 2 minutes later. So here it is. Let's unbox it, see how it works. Yeah. So this is made by Gemmy, so I don't think the setup should be anything too crazy. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. As far as I can remember, it's a little different than the other ones. But yeah, it still shouldn't be too bad. It's packed, as I can see, pretty well in there, which is good. Oh my god, alright. So here we have the first flap we got off. Now it's time to do the second one. There we go. So let's take all this out of the package. We got a lot of padding and such here. This is the box for the original adapter. Let's see what it is. It is a 6-volt adapter, which is good. I had a 6-volt with me actually, just in case. But that is good. And apparently the head does not work on this. I got this on eBay for I think around $250. Yeah, I put in an offer of $205, and I think with shipping and tax and everything, it came out to about $280, which that's a little expensive, especially for the amount that I usually like to spend on these things, but I decided to just go ahead and do it. Here are the original instructions. Let's try to get all of this out. I think the torso piece needs to come out before any of this. And, I don't know. Here we go. Hands. And the leg connector. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the hand with the candelabra. And finally we have this box, which also has the base. So, that's everything. Yeah. So in here we have the head, and here we have the hand with the candelabra, and this is the body piece, and yeah, so all of the original packaging and everything is here, which is awesome. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. So let's get everything all situated, and I can set her up. So now it's time to start setting up. So her dress is actually already on her. She usually doesn't come with the dress already assembled, but thank God for that because I didn't really feel like doing that, honestly. But anyway, here we are. Let's start reading the directions. I think it's awesome that it still has this. So, animated figure instructions. Congratulations, you are the proud owner of a Gemmy life-size figure. Please read over the directions carefully before using your new figure. Please keep these instructions for future reference because they contain important information. Estimated assembly time is 15 to 20 minutes. Before beginning assembly, remove all parts from carton. Compare parts list and diagram above. If any part is missing or damaged, do not attempt to assemble or use the product. And here we are. Assembly instructions. Set base and pieces on a clear flat surface and assemble the leg supports as shown. So let's go ahead and do that. Instruction number 2 is it's about the dress, which says the character suit must be placed over leg supports before the rest of the crossbar support is assembled. So yeah, that's not really, whatever. Instruction number 3, assemble the crossbar support as shown in the illustration. Place remaining support pole into the hole located on top of crossbar support. Attach shoulders onto frame as shown. Finish putting the character's suit on frame by pulling the arms gently through sleeves. Secure the suit on torso by hook and eye fasteners. Adjust as desired. Attach left hand with candle holder to the left arm. See illustration. Place the thing on shoulders and secure the thing by hook and eye fasteners. Attach head as shown, making sure it clicks securely into place. And the head mechanism is very different from the one that Gemmy would usually use at this time. I don't know why that is, but I'll just finish reading these directions. Plug in AC/DC adapter to the port located on the back of the neck. This power unit is intended to be correctly oriented in a vertical or floor mount position. Unplug adapter when not in use. Okay, so let's get that head on. We need to take it out of the packaging. This came with all of its original packaging, which I'm very pleased with. So yeah, there it is. Let's put that head on. And here she is, fully assembled. I'm going to plug her in and test her out. Like I said, the head probably is not going to work, but hopefully everything else does, and I will be doing a repair segment in this video. Here we are. I just plugged her in, and let's test her out for the very first time. If I can find the switch.
A bit closer, please. You're looking deliciously pale tonight. Yes, I'm the girl your mother warned you about.
The mouth doesn't move, but that could just be stuck. I'm not sure. But anyway, the head does not move. It's very obviously a split gear, because I can't move it anymore. But I don't know.
It's so good of you to still have a heartbeat.
I'm about to get into the head mechanism here. We got a ton of work done. We got the whole thing disassembled. Some of it more disassembled than we needed it to, but what happened basically was there was a screw that stripped in half. The top half came off, so the head was, it was loose, but the bottom was still in, so we had to pry the head off, actually, and I don't know how I'm going to get another screw in there, because the bottom half is still stuck in there, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, I didn't record myself taking this apart, because this head mechanism I've never worked with before, so I didn't want to mess up. So yeah, that was literally just a recording of me taking the lid off with a flathead screwdriver. Kind of not needed, but whatever. Anyway, right here we have a very obviously split 10-tooth gear. I'm trying to make that focus, yes. So you can see it is obviously split. Now I'm going to plug it in, and if the motor is running, we are good to go. I just replaced that gear, and it's going to go all back together. Well, here we are. It did have split gear. However, there is a much bigger and more actually rare issue that I've come across. The motor actually spins in one direction, which unfortunately is a board problem, which I do need to fix. So it's going to stay like this for now until I can get that fixed. I'm going to move on into the head of the item, and yeah, I just hope I can get that done. It's a very rare issue. It's most likely due to the item being in use while the gear was split, so it could not turn while that gear was keeping it in place. So obviously that caused pressure on it while trying to turn, and well, we know what happens then. That usually causes frying, but there is a way to fix this that we figured out, so we're going to try it out, and hopefully we have the right transistors to make it work. So we're going to be moving from the body to the head now so that I can get in, get to the board, and get to the mouth mechanism, which has a split gear. So let's go ahead and do that. What I need to do is, since it is cut in the back, all I need to do is just recut it, and the hair is actually sewn on. I need to cut it off. So that might take a little while, but I'm going to get it done here. I'm going to actually move a little forward so that you guys can kind of see the item at least a little bit. So here is some progress. I can't actually have it plugged in because the speaker's actually picking up reception from my phone. I'm not really sure how that works, but anyway, there is one transistor, which is right here, which controls the motor to make it move right. And when I tested it with my multimeter, which I have here, when it was connected to move left, it wouldn't move at all, and when it was connected to move right, it would move right constantly. And the other ones all only receive the power to make the motor turn right. So I'm assuming that it's this transistor here. So I'm gonna get a replacement, and I don't know how long that will take, but I'm gonna try to make it as fast as possible. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So I just did a little bit of a time jump there. It is now the year 2023, and it has been quite literally years since I have last worked on this project. But I figured I would go ahead and finish it up, and therefore finish the video up in the process. When I left off, I was talking about a transistor that I suspected to be bad, and it turns out I was exactly right. I just replaced it with one of these D882s that I have, and the head mechanism is now functioning exactly as it should. So I'm going to show you that now. Just plug it in, and
A bit closer, please. You're looking deliciously pale tonight.
yeah, it is now moving in both directions, which is awesome.
I'm the girl your mother warned you about.
Okay. So the next thing that I would need to be doing is replacing the split gear in this mouth mechanism. So I'm going to do that, but first I'm actually going to put all this back together and get it all out of the way, just so that I, have a little bit more room to work with here. But after that, I will be back to finish up the work that I need to do in the head. So I will see you on the flip side of that. All right, so I got this set up, and the dress is going to need to be cleaned up a little bit before I go ahead and do the review. It's nothing too bad. There's just a few little spots that need to be tidied up. And yeah, aside from that, so far so good. So we're going to be moving on over here so that I can repair the mouth. I'm going to set the camera down and show you how I do this. I'm just going to need to get in this little gearbox here, and I'll show you how that goes. So, here is the old gear that was in there before with the split in it. And here is the brand new gear, which we are going to be putting in there now. And then we will close this up, test it, and put everything back together.
Yes, the party's here. I see you've put on a new mask. A bit closer, please. You're looking deliciously pale tonight. Yes, I'm the girl your mother warned you about.
So here is the Midnight Countess. It has been put all back together and it is fully working now. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into reviewing this. I purchased it on eBay in early 2020, back when I recorded the first half of this video, and I believe I purchased it for about $280. Could have been more or less, but that doesn't really matter. It came in its original box, and it had all of the original packaging, as well as the adapter and the instructions, which is great. This character was sold at Spirit Halloween in 2009, and it was featured in the Haunted Shack theme, along with Rob Zombie, Michael Myers, and a few other items that are failing to come to mind. And let me just say right now that Spirit Halloween 2009 was the greatest. I have so many fond memories. In fact, I think my first memory of ever going to Spirit Halloween was in 2009. And as a kid, it was just amazing. And I was really thrilled by the fact that a store like that existed. And it was really amazing to see in person. And yeah, I think that 2009 was definitely my favorite year for Spirit, at least to this day. And yeah, anyway, enough of the reminiscing. This character stands about 5.5 feet tall. It features lights in the eyes and the candelabra as well. And there's blue lights on the candelabra that flash onto her face. It's a pretty cool effect. This is more of a light-centric prop than motion, but it does have mouth movement and it does have head movement. Of course, all moving parts needed to be restored, but that was not too difficult. Actually, it was. It took me 3 years to finish, but it's done. And it's in perfect shape. The one thing I will say that I could have done a better job on during the restoration is the hair. I mean, when I took this off to fix it in the video, it sort of unraveled and came undone and was out of place. Now there's this bobby pin that's in the back of the head that I'm going to show you now, which is right there. I guess you can see it. And like I said, I didn't do the best job at getting the hair back in place, but what can I say? I'm not a complete expert on styling women's hair. So anyway, here's a little fun fact. The candelabra was actually sold separately on Spirit's website. And here's another fun fact. There's a bunch of weirdos on the internet who think that this is Count Vigor's wife. Now, I'm not sure of the legitimacy of that statement, but it's cute nonetheless. In 2015, Gemmy made a character called the Black Countess, which is a lousy item and really not worth mentioning aside from the fact that it reuses phrases from this character. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about the item, although I will add that a few weeks ago, I was watching Chase Early's review of the Midnight Countess, and it was a good video. It was very well done, although I do have one bone to pick with it, and that is that over and over and over again in the video, he kept mentioning how the prototype model was so much better than the production model, as seen here. Now let me just say something. Look at that. And tell me that it's better than that. I mean, she looks like a deer in headlights, for Christ's sake. She's supposed to be a menacing vampiress, not a confused harlot. I just thought I should mention that. Anyway, since I'm looking at the box here, I might as well go ahead and read it. Life-size animated Midnight Countess, 5.5 feet, parentheses, 1.67 meters, parentheses, tall. Life-size figure, her eyes light up and her head turns from side to side. Her mouth moves as she speaks spooky Halloween phrases. Detailed clothing and accessories. Sound and motion activated, and collapses down for easy storage. Now, of course, that last little factoid there is not true. It does not collapse down, at least in the traditional sense, so that's a fault on Spirit's end for false advertising, although it really shouldn't matter to anyone that much. All right, let's look at the other sides of the box, although I'm not sure that there's anything too unique there. It also says Life-size animated Midnight Countess here. And same stuff on the back here, although we do have some special Spirit Halloween information down there. And it is recyclable, or at least the box is. So, yeah, and that side of the box is the same. Anyway, we are going to now finally get to activating the item. So I'm going to turn it on and show you the 6 phrases. I'm sure this is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Okay.
Yes, I'm the girl your mother warned you about. Ah, it's so good of you to still have a heartbeat. Welcome to our place. It's simply electrifying.
And yes, the sensor is in her nostril, in case you were wondering.
Ooh, a full moon. Let's go out for a quick bite. Yes, the party's here. I see you've put on a new mask. A bit closer, please. You're looking deliciously pale tonight.
Alright, and I'm just going to keep on playing it, and I'll give you some better views.
Yes, I'm the girl your mother warned you about. Ah, it's so good of you to still have a heartbeat.
And I do have the adapter going up through her dress so that I can have the little back area there posed as it is in the stock photo there.
Electrifying.
Because if I had it just plugged in through there, I'd have to have it, you know, all lopsided or whatever.
Ooh, a full moon. Let's go out for a quick bite. Yes, the party's here. I see you've put on a new mask. A bit closer, please. You're looking deliciously pale tonight.
All right, now time for lights out. I'm gonna get all the lights in here, and we're gonna show you what it looks like in the dark. Not yet. I haven't even turned them all off yet.
Mother warned you about. It's so good of you to still have a heartbeat. Welcome to our place. It's simply electrifying. Oh, a full moon. Let's go out for a quick bite. Yes, the party's here. I see you've put on a new mask. A bit closer, please. You're looking deliciously pale tonight. Yes, I'm the girl your mother warned you about.
Okay, let's get some lights back in here. And, yeah, that's going to do it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Because this mouth mechanism here, of course, still needs to be repaired.